Hello everybody, my name is Katie and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing an Apple Fitness Plus review and opinions after trying it out for 1 week straight. And so I divided this video up into 4 separate categories, and by the way, if I periodically look down it's because I have notes to look at to make sure that I don't forget anything, so just don't mind that. But my first category is pricing, then I'll be talking about compatibility, then features that I like, which are pros, and limitations, which are cons. Let's just go ahead and get started. So pricing is $9.99 a month or $7.99 a year. So if you do it for a year, you're gonna save a little bit of money. You're gonna be paying for 8 months worth instead of 12. So it just depends if you want it for a whole year or if you really do only want it for like a month or two. And if you're not completely set whether you want Apple Fitness Plus or not, there is a free trial option, and I accidentally exited out of my notes. There we go. So it's free for 1 month with Apple Watch owners, and that's actually what I've been doing. And so I've been trying it out for this week using that free trial, and I'll have 3 more weeks after this week. And it is also free for 3 months if you buy an Apple Watch. And so you have to redeem the offer within 3 months after the first activation of the device. So my Apple Watch was not that new. I have the Series 5. I'll link like my unboxing in the corner if you're curious. It'll also be linked in the description box below. Check that out if you're curious about the unboxing. Since mine was not activated within the past 3 months, I was only able to get to the 1 month free trial. So just check that out for yourselves and see what applies to you. The last thing in pricing is that you can share with 5 other family members and pay the same price. So that is pretty good if you have a big family with Apple Watches. I'm the only one using it now because I'm the only one that has an Apple Watch in my family. But yeah, so it's obviously a better deal if you do have family members that have Apple Watches because you can all share the plan and pay the same amount of money. And so that basically concludes the end of my pricing segment. I'm going to move on to compatibility now. And so Apple Fitness Plus requires the Apple Watch Series 3 or later, updated to watchOS 7.2 or later. And it also includes one of the following in addition. So you either need an iPhone 6s or later with iOS 14.3 or later, an iPad with iPadOS 14.3 or later, or an Apple TV with tvOS 14.3 or later. And so as you will be able to see, I did this on my iPhone, and so I couldn't personally. One issue that I had, which I will bring up again later, is that I couldn't get it to work on my iPad. So I don't know if that's just a me issue or if that's like an update, a bug that needs to be fixed that many people are experiencing, but that is something that I was experiencing. And I don't have an Apple TV, so I can't verify or check upon that, but I can verify that it works on my phone. So that's the extent that I can talk about that. Now I'm going to move on to features that I like, aka the pros. So I really like that the metrics are shown on the screen in real time, and I jotted down throughout the week some things that it shows, which includes the amount of time elapsed, and in interval training or HIIT training, it shows the amount of time remaining in a certain exercise. It can show heart rate, calories burned, burn bar, which is a nice friendly competition that you could do. Basically, it shows your progress in comparison to other people's progress in that specific workout, and so you can see where you fall in the spectrum of people who have completed this workout. And as far as I've been seeing, I have only seen this in the HIIT training, but as I will hit on later in the cons, I haven't done every single exercise option that there is on Apple Fitness Plus. Other metrics that are shown also include ring progress, and there's cool little animations to show like your exercise ring has been filled and stuff like that. And there are other metrics shown that are specific for certain workouts. So an example is the amount of miles that you've went for treadmill workouts. Another pro or feature that I like is that you don't need Apple Music to listen to the soundtracks in the fitness program. And so trainers basically combine their own playlists, and they make their own playlists that you work out to. And my first concern upon looking on the application was that, am I able to listen to this because I don't have Apple Music? I'm not subscribed to that. But the answer is yes, you're able to. And if you are a subscriber to Apple Music, you can also save and download playlists. So that's a little perk for you guys that are subscribed. Another feature is that the song pops up on the screen, so you just know like the song and the artist that's playing right now. If you hear a song that you really like, you can like type it in later and save it or whatever. So I thought that was pretty neat. Also, on the home screen of Apple Fitness, there are filters to choose workout type, the trainer, music genre, and or duration. And duration can last anywhere between 5 and 45 minutes from what I've seen. And if you're worried about difficulty in the Apple Fitness Plus training, there is a program for beginners that I saw. I didn't physically do that myself, so I can't verify like how difficult it is, but I thought it was a nice option. It's like a little program I'll show you on the screen. And I also noticed that trainers tend to provide modifications for specific exercises to make them either easier or more difficult. And so typically the main trainer in the front will say, so this trainer X, has the no jumping modification, while me and trainer Y will be doing it this way. And I thought that was really nice that they provided modifications. So maybe if you're in an apartment building and you can't jump, there is a modification for you. The next feature that I appreciate is the check mark that shows which workouts you completed. And I was scrolling through workouts on Apple Fitness Plus to see what I wanted to do on various days, and I noticed that there was check marks on some of them, and I realized that those were the ones that I completed. And so I thought it was really cool because I feel like I want to try like a little bit of everything, so I want to know what I've already completed, and I probably am gonna forget what I've completed and what I haven't, so I just thought that check mark was really nice and convenient. The last feature that I like is just the general layout. This one's very broad, but I do find the layout to be pretty nice on the homepage. It's all in the fitness application, and so you have your rings, you have your Fitness Plus, and you have your sharing tab, and it's just right there in the middle. And just scrolling through it, it looks nice. It's divided into like different sections. Some are like based off of workouts that you've previously done, you might like these, so suggestions, or workout with a new trainer, try working out with a new trainer, and they provide new trainers you haven't worked out with. And I just thought the layout was pretty nice of the app as a whole. One more thing, I do want to mention that I know these workouts are working wonders on me because I have been so sore ever since day 3 and on. So I know these are working really well for me. It's been the hardest that I've pushed myself and worked out for a while, so I just wanted to include that little tidbit there. And yeah, my calves are really where it's at. Arms are slightly sore. Core actually isn't that sore, surprisingly. My thighs or my quads were pretty sore around days 3 and 4, but aren't really anymore. It's just my calves that are killing me a lot. So yeah, I just want to include that little tidbit. Okay, that's all. So with all that being said, now I'm going to move on to the limitations or cons of the app. So I already mentioned this, but it needs an Apple Watch. Once you have Apple Fitness Plus, there is an option to work out without an Apple Watch. So if you don't want to use your Apple Watch, you can just say workout without Apple Watch, and you can still do the workout. It just won't be able to get your heart rate and like your calories burned and all that jazz. And also, as I already mentioned, I couldn't get it to work on my iPad. I don't know the reason for that. I did double check that my watch was up to date, my iPad was up to date, and that Bluetooth was turned on my watch when my iPad was looking for it. It didn't work for me. I don't know the reason for that. but that is a limitation that I found for me personally. And another limitation is that some workouts do require special equipment, and I know that not everyone has these special equipments, and so I will just list off some of the special equipments that are required for some workouts. So some require dumbbells, a yoga mat, stationary bike, rowing machine, and treadmill. So I have 3 out of the 5 of these. So I'm generally able to do most workouts, but I can't do stationary bike or rowing machine workouts, which I'm kind of sad about because I do miss my cycle classes from college. Those were really fun, but it is nice that I get to do a lot of the other workouts. So just listen to that list again or look it up and make sure that you have a decent amount of that equipment so that you're not super limited on the application if you do decide to purchase it. Another limitation that I experienced is that one of the workouts I was doing completely stopped. And luckily, it was near the end of the workouts, wasn't that big of a deal. The timer kept going, but the video itself was not moving. And so that was kind of a bummer that happened. It did only happen once throughout this whole entire week. And since then, I haven't experienced this, so I don't know if it was a glitch with this specific workout or what, but I did want to include this in here because I wanted to include my honest opinions throughout the whole entire week. Oh, there we go. What? Okay, that was interesting. And the final limitation, which is the obvious, but I just had to include it, is that the app does cost money. And yes, you can look up YouTube workouts and those are free, and there are some pretty solid ones out there. So it honestly just depends what works best for you. There are cool little gimmicks like the metrics on the screen and that kind of stuff. So it just depends the pros and cons. I would personally suggest to get that 1 month or 3 month trial depending on how new your Apple Watch is, and see if you like it, see if it's worth it to you. If it is, go ahead and purchase it. If not, just do the good old YouTube workouts because those are fine too. That's basically all I have for my 4 categories. Before I do end this video, in case you were curious, I do want to show you what I did for my workouts each day of the week. And so I will just put a little montage showing the workouts that I did, me doing them, how many calories I burned, and that sort of metric data. So let's just go ahead and cue that. Okay everybody, that pretty much concludes all I have for you this week. I hope you liked this video and found the information in it valuable. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know let me know that you liked it. Also, hit the subscribe button down below. That helps me a ton. Leave a comment if you want to. I'll either like it or reply back or do both. And with that being said, I hope to see you back again next Sunday for another video. Bye.